Good, Mech. I'm gonna finish my sandwich. What's up, Jonas? What's up, Mamad? Good, Ollie. You completed my PO3 course? Nice, bro. Do you feel like you learned? Remember, Friday's a holiday, guys, so we have a short week. Tariffs on chips? I don't know nothing about no tariffs on chips, bro. Good morning, Robert. My model is on YouTube, yes. Um, it's enough. It's enough to learn how I trade, if that's your goal. Is the market Friday and Thursday closed? Thursday is fine. Thursday's normal. Friday's closed. We'll cover buys. Don't you worry for the rest of your days. Cause every little thing. Do we need manipulation only after 9:30 for every model? For a protraction model, you don't need manipulation below 9:30. The rules are very, very specific. If you're confused, I would just reread the rules. I wrote them in a way so there's no ambiguity. Like it's literally just there's 4 steps to each model. I am short Euro USD London session. Where should I exit? So if we're retracing on the higher time frame, where could we be retracing to? We've hit previous weeks at 30% level. Could go to 50% best case scenario. I mean, best case scenario would be retracement all the way to the daily previous day's low. That's a best case scenario. You may get stopped out before it reaches that level. I think around now is not bad, bro. Like it's still bearish, but we took out New Day opening gap. We took out, this is low of day, right? Like how much lower do you want than low of day? You know, like that's low of day. We have equal lows formed here. I don't know where your entry is, but we have equal lows formed here, so we might take those equal lows, but you might get stopped out before that happens. Why is Friday closed? It's a good Friday. It's a good Friday. Good morning, Finn. Good morning, Manny. Good morning, Joshie. Muhammad, what's up, brother? Your bias and why? We'll cover bias in 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, we're going to cover bias. In my course 3 on YouTube, you can watch my YouTube videos. It'll teach you pretty much everything you need to know. If your goal is to learn my model. What you got for breakfast? Just sandwich and water. I'm done breakfast now. I'm gonna try to wake up a little bit earlier so I can finish breakfast before Easter Monday. I'm not sure. Let me check. I think it's open because there's news. What's up, guys? What's up, Zicky? We'll cover bias in 2 minutes. Hold your hands out wide. Today, when I trade the funded, should we take the trade? I have to quickly swap over to the eval. All right. All right, everyone, listen closely. I'm gonna give you the weekly breakdown. The weekly breakdown. No, today's news is not that important. Like you may get some spikes. I don't know what those guys are gonna say. There was the other day someone at 11 a.m. spoke. Like these member speaks are usually not that important, but sometimes you're in longs today. I will cover bias right now. So remember this because this is gonna be the same bias for the week pretty much. In my opinion, we have set a monthly low this year. Now I'm not in the favor of trying to predict this, but in my opinion, because of the sweep of the low here, I think we took out some yearly low or something, rejected off the monthly fair value gap and order block from a long time ago. I think this is our monthly low, meaning I don't think we're going to find a lower low on the month. The fact that we had a failure swing here that took out Tuesday's low and then traded higher, inversing every fair value gap, makes me give the assumption this is your monthly PO3 low. So if this is your monthly PO3 low, now we're not trying to predict the close of the month, but we still have 2 weeks left in April. This price right here represents the monthly opening price. I think the price can draw into that. Even if it's a bearish month, it can still draw into that. We also have these equal highs on the daily, so I'm not marking those out because it's going to get a little bit too messy, but I would mark this out. This is my weekly analysis. And then you have the monthly high. If we get to this monthly high, I would probably expect even more. For example, maybe the rest of the CIBI or this old weekly high. I would expect more. But that's only if we can actually take out this monthly high. We don't know. We may just get a lot of toppiness here. I don't know. But for the most part, I think this is our monthly low, and I want to align myself longs this week. I think the weekly candle can trade higher. So I'm going to look for high probability intraday setups that can align with that idea. We have a new week opening gap that's really big, okay? We have a large new week opening gap, which is what I expected. Asia lows intact. London lows and highs have been taken. We do have manipulation below midnight. We do touch 50%. Wow, that's really clean. We literally touched on the tick, plus 1 tick. New week opening gap, consequent encroachment, and then we filled up the new week opening gap high. This is what I kind of wanted to see, I'm not gonna lie, before. Like, this is what I wanted to see before, so I could trade this, but it looks like we might get some expansion today. We also have a short week, so there's a decent chance that this is an expansion week. If this is your manipulation below midnight open, you have negative 1 standard deviations there. It's hard to be bullish because my objectives are being met, but I mean we still have high of day, so we can mark that out if we can get a retracement. I wouldn't expect that buy side to stay open. But yeah, I am with S&T there actually, so ideally I just look for high probability longs. We have Thursdays. We have an old new day opening gap from here. So I'm just gonna mark out these lines, and they're very thin, but I'll mark them out because, like, this is Thursday's open, Thursday's opening price, and then we have Wednesday's closing price. So that's a new day opening gap from a while ago. And you have the equal highs there. So I'm gonna look for this to continue. Can't stay today, bro. Have a good day. Take care, Ollie. Appreciate you coming through, though, bro. Shorts today, right? Was it right? Shorts today. In my opinion, I'm bullish. We may see a move lower after filling up new week opening gap, but unless I see that confirmation first, there's no reason to be bearish right now, in my opinion. What's up, Ryan? What's up, Damon? New chart colors are fire. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with this for a while. Not expecting much. Yeah, we do have expansion pre-market, which is definitely a red flag. So I am gonna be a little bit more cautious. Maybe rely more on the macro. Maybe rely more on 10 a.m. What's up, Tavi? So guys, what's up, Jersey? When 9:30 comes, someone needs to hold me accountable to this, because I keep saying it and I keep not doing it. When 9:30 comes, I'm gonna minimize the chat and I'm gonna trade my entire session from start to finish. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that every day this week. Hopefully, start doing that every day. Period. The only thing that pushes the opening gap is the manipulation. So that's a good point, because I do want to see like a weekly low get put in, right? I do want to see a weekly low get put in. Could this be your weekly low? We did manipulate into NWAG CE. You also want to keep in mind, like, how low can we manipulate on the weekly before the idea is completely, like, killed, you know? Because if we're going to come back for all the way and, let's say, take out Friday's low, well, at that point, is it even a weekly PO3? Because that's a really large move lower, right? That's like 1,300 points. So it's kind of tough. Yep, exactly. I'm going to keep chat closed the whole time. It's kind of tough to try to predict where, like, this could be your weekly low. Right? This is pretty significant of a move lower. It's filled up the majority of the new week opening gap. We could get another day that takes out Monday's low, and that would be even better. But right now, we manipulated lower enough. Could we come back down and have a full reversal? Yeah, it's possible, but it's a checklist pretty much. Did we manipulate below midnight opening price? Yes. Did we take out sell side? Yes. Did we manipulate into any higher time frame key level? Well, we filled 50% of the new week opening gap. In fact, we filled a little bit more than 50%. In Asia, we filled a little bit more. Now, I will say, this all happened electronic hours. We haven't done any of this in regular trading hours. So, yeah, I do expect to move lower, but not necessarily taking out all these lows. Great idea. Just trying to lock in, you know, just trying to lock in. Thursday open. This is. You have a whole bunch of levels here that are relatively close. This is Wednesday closed. Gold. Yeah, I'm gonna be opposed to it. Only when Nasdaq is not on a tradable interval, I guess. Could you see a 1 to 2 for the manipulation? Because that's what I would go for, because I'm starting. Could you see a 1 to 2 for the manipulation? For a move lower? Yeah, you can get a 1 or 2 easily for a move lower. It's going to be really hard to frame a move lower, though, in my opinion. We don't even know if it's going to go lower. This has been one-sided the whole time. Yep, new chart settings. Let me know what you guys think, because this is what we're going to rock with for a while. Yeah, you can easily get, I mean, there's a lot of things that we can, we have a 30-minute gap here. That's pretty high probability because it aligns with the order block from London, which is here, or aligns with the breaker from London. So it's possible if we're going to go lower. It's really hard to say. Maybe we're really bullish and all we get is like, we just get like 9:30 open and we just get like, boop, and that's it. Yep, we'll lock in 1 minute. What do you guys think about the new candle colors, though? I think I'm going to rock with this for a while. I don't think it's as visually appealing as the other ones, but I will say, yeah, that's fine. It's easy. A lot of people trade like that. A lot of the time I trade like that too. Like you know, like I just have a bias and I do marry it, but that protects me because when you're only looking at one side, right? When you're only looking at one side, it's really hard to make a mistake. Like how many times when you say, okay, I'm only gonna look for longs, okay, and if the day sells off and no longs formed, well, you're protected. You know, it's fine, and you were just wrong, which is fine. Next time you'll be right and it'll form. It protects you in some sort of sense. Okay, we're gonna minimize chat, boys. Appreciate everyone coming. Don't get the same color, just gray background. Yeah, usually I did the green and black, but this represents my logo a little bit more, so I thought I would run it, and it's really cool. I think it's pretty cool. All the annotations will be very vivid, which is what I like. So, all right, we're gonna minimize chat, boys. If you're not in the giveaway, you have 2 hours to join the giveaway. Less than 2 hours. The giveaway is inside the Discord for free. 2 people are gonna win 50K accounts. Please follow the 2 steps, and that's it. So if you want to join the free Discord and go in the giveaway, it's automatic this time. So if you can't see the giveaway tab, you have to click this down arrow and click show all channels. You have to click show all channels in the Discord because it's a community, so it has a separate section like that. I don't believe I charted New Week opening gap wrong, but I will double check because you said this is where we closed on Friday. This is where we opened on Sunday. So this is not incorrect. This is the correct annotation. And this is 50% of that range. All right, let's lock in, boys. So I'm gonna minimize chat. If you have any questions, just save them, or if I do something incorrectly, you know, don't worry. Don't worry about me. Worry about you. All right, we're gonna mark out the opening range gap as always. Oh my, man, that's really large. Like I would want to see it move lower. I'm not gonna lie. Because, like I said, none of this delivery was offered in regular trading hours. Right? This is just all overnight stuff. Look at the CEs overlapping there as well. The only thing is, it's so bullish. It's 420 points. And it's not really about the points, it's more about the percentage. But we'll see. So far, 930 manipulates lower. We put in equal lows. SMT there, actually. So SMT with the equal lows there. So I want to see this go lower. If it gives us an opportunity to get short and get like 2R, I'll take it. But it's going to be difficult to frame that with a high probability sense. How much lower can we go? I'm looking at 25%, or I don't know if you guys can see these annotations, but I wonder if I can make this a little bit more vivid. I'll do 90% on these. You can see them a little bit clearer. That should be good. Yes, I mean, do we have to? No, we don't have to go down there. ES manipulated into the 30-minute BISI. And that could be it, man. You know? That could be the move. Lower. It's hard to kind of frame a retracement lower. I'd rather try to frame a continuation higher. Remember what I said, though? Expansion pre-market? What does that mean? That means no classic model. Does not meet the criteria. Now, this is a little bit of accumulation, but this is too much of a move pre-market. I'm expecting some unorganized delivery here. I want to rely heavily on the macro. Maybe 945, that last 15-minute candle open, because sometimes it gives you the setup that goes into the macro. So 945. And I'm also looking at 10 a.m. hour, which hopefully by then it's pretty clear on what's going to happen for the session. Should we get an expansion session? If we get a ranging session, well, then either way, we want to wait on the macro. So we're safe either way in this case, looking for the macro. So might as well play a little bit extra. So you can already see how unorganized it is. Volatility up, down, up, down. A lot of overlap. What are the candles? 50 points, 26 points, 50 points. So pretty large candles. Look at all these equal lows here. Like, you know, we're probably gonna take that. And you could get in short here if you traded some sort of model like that, but not me. But we can taper it. So for example, this inversion, I would use that to get in short. We do have a CISD here. Equal highs engineer, that's nice. Something we could target later on. I feel like this annotation is a little too dark. I did 50%. I might have to drop this to 40. 35. I think 35 is pretty good. I feel really good with these chart colors. The 50 is like so vivid though, like, oh, it's pretty almost. I like the 50. No, I'm going back to the 50. So I'm watching these equal lows. I want to see price trade into them. Again, I'm not interested in any classic model because we didn't have accumulation pre-market. Had we had accumulation pre-market, then I'd be scanning for my classic model. But that didn't happen. So we're just, you know, we're just following the rules. There's those equal lows. I believe we traded into a 30-minute bullish fair value gap. Okay. So yeah, there it is. So I'm gonna annotate the 30-minute bullish fair value gap. This one's a very key fair value gap because it also overlaps with the breaker from London and the order block from London. Could I? Yeah, let's wait for this to trade down and see how low it goes first. It's pretty one-sided so far. So this is your dealing range low. This is the most recent low taken on the 1-minute chart. So this is your dealing range low. And in this case, the classic model played out, but again, it's not about whether or not it plays out, it's whether or not you follow the rules. See, I just want to see quickly what the dollar is doing. Weirdly enough, the dollar also looks pretty bullish on the day. It's bullish order flow, but it is trading higher right now. I mean, it's been pretty bearish overall though. So, and YM, quickly check out YM. YM also look like it's going lower. Pretty clean CISD on the YM. Starting to consolidate. So there's that dealing range low. %, opening range gap. This is kind of a sweet spot right here. That NWOG CE and 50%. But just kind of waiting. Should we get a CISD, that would be at this level right here. Looks like we are still going lower. I'm gonna check the 4-hour. Yeah, just the only level we can really look for here that's clean is that NWOG CE. Obviously, we could still reject this low. We'd have to strongly come back above. This could actually meet the criteria for a classic model long, but probably not. And to annotate our first presentation, fair value gap. Yeah, I like the 50% annotations because it's just really vivid. It's just really vivid. I really don't want to take an inversion here. It doesn't break rules. It doesn't break rules, but it's kind of aggressive. It would be a classic model. But this would be like, you know, you could view this as your accumulation, which changed the narrative. So this is your accumulation. We manipulated lower rather than you can't manipulate higher above the accumulation if we're referring back to this. It's like a pre-market double purge form. Higher, lower, reverse. We could also get structure like this. That would be really, really bullish. So we're approaching 945. A little bit early. I'm a little bit skeptical in this inversion. I'm gonna maybe stay a little bit patient here. Let's see how strong it inverses. If it inverses, we don't even know. I'm gonna annotate this. So just know that when I say IFEG, it doesn't mean it's an IFEG. I'm just waiting to see. I don't want to get long on this. Could get long and then just break even really shortly, quickly. Yeah, see this wick? Yeah, I'm already not interested. Yeah, so that alone. If I was gonna go long on this inversion, it would need to be very quick. It was not quick. We had a large wick. So even if the next candle comes up, and that could act as a BPR, but it really couldn't. Now if we go higher though, that's a pretty strong confluence because we took out that short-term low. So where are we reaching? Again, the only real level, this is all built up liquidity. The only real level I'm looking for is this sweet spot in the CE, a 50% opening range gap, 50% NWAG. And hey, maybe we are bearish and, you know, wouldn't be opposed to that. It is pretty heavy one-sided. I wonder if this is a one-sided session. Could be a one-sided session, or the flow is really bearish. I wouldn't mind getting in on protraction now that I think about it, but we'll just see. It'll become more clear. This is your full sell side, so we are going to get SMTs at these lows and midnight opening price. There's the SMT. So SMT at the lows. Let's see how price reacts to this. This would be your CISD right here. If we do get that, I would probably execute this. So I'm watching this. I'm watching the speed now. Now that we took out low in the midnight open, I'm watching the body. EF looks pretty bearish too, actually. Might take the low. We'll see. We'll see. Damn, man. 230 points on open. Crazy. Studying something like if we were, yeah. There's new weak opening gap, consequent encroachment level. We fell short of the 50% opening range gap. ES took out the sell side. So I don't want to try to catch a falling knife here, but we can see. Okay, like I said, if it's gonna show me that it's like if we get a really good close here, man, this could just be bearish. And we take out the low of day. It's possible. It kind of fits my narrative of looking for a weekly low, so we can scan high probability longs. It fits that narrative. Either way, no protraction models formed, so we are approaching that 945. getting closer to the macro. You may see it move higher now. It's hard to frame a high probability protraction model though. And we got max expansion from this leg. Really heavy, yeah. Really heavy. ES putting in a swing low. Let's see if NQ puts in a swing low as well. No. No swing low on either. Yeah, it's just really, really heavy. So we just have to wait. You can't feel like you're missing anything. Even if I was bearish, there's no entry here, one. And two, even if I was bearish, there's no more there's no setup here. For me to get a protraction, right, you gotta see something like this. Maybe it kind of just was one-sided, so we did get the new week opening gap 50%, consequent encroachment 50%. Took out the lows there. So this low from Asia. It's really tough to frame along here when it's this bearish. This is really bearish. I almost want to frame a continuation short. Let's see what the macro does. Like, let's just see what happens. Let the lower time frame help confirm what might happen. For example, if we get a strong CISD here with a bullish fair value gap, right? And we get something like this, well, we can probably expect those highs. But if we get something like this, and then an inversion, well, we can probably expect the lows. Let the model confirm, right? Right now, it's not that clear for me. I still feel like this could continue lower. A really strong recovery, though. First signs of bullish order flow would be this inversion. Would be your first signs of bullish order flow. I'm not saying it's a bullish order flow yet. I think the CISD would confirm. And even if we took a long on the CISD, that's like, I'm obviously not putting my stop here. I'd probably put it around here. Would that cover 50%? It would cover 50% of the OB and the entire inversion, so it's not the worst stop loss placement. I'm just scouting potential risk reward setups. It does seem like we're in an expansive condition, so we could scan for those models. I want to see if price respects this bullish fair value gap and we get a closure higher, we could get a long here actually. Because ES already gave us the CISD. No signs of respecting. In fact, this would be your protraction model short, should it actually inverse. Something like this. I'd have to break even at that low. 34 points is pretty good. I'd have to break even at this low. Oh, there's no point. By the time I sell it, it's like already break even. Can't really get in. We could look for low of day. No. It's just not enough. It's not enough RR. It's not enough RR. Maybe I hesitated, but this might just dump to low of day. But it also could be the formation of a breaker, which is why I didn't take it. Like, I see a world where we just get a full breaker here. It is a protraction model, though. I wouldn't have had time to switch to all my accounts and execute the trade. It's just too close. Too close. I would have been stopped out break even anyways. There you go. See the way this is forming, potentially. It is forming a breaker, perhaps. If we get a strong close here, I'll take that. We did get the inversion. We didn't get the closure above though. If this candle starts printing higher, we did get the inversion, but it's not the CISD. It's not the OB. We did get closure above the level, like I said. All right, this looks pretty solid. I'm gonna get in here. Stop loss is a reinversion. We got the inversion. ES already gave us a CISD. Traded back into it. We got the inversion. So you can scan this as a protraction model or a reversal. We get the OB there. So we have to understand where we could be wrong in this trade. For example, 5-minute SIBI here, 5-minute SIBI there. If we're bearish, 50% of the range, which would be right there, 25% opening range gap. Did I get this on all my accounts in time? Okay, I did. Just want to make sure. I want to see how price trades into this level. I want to see, do we get an inversion? Are we fast? Are we slow? So far, pretty slowish after taking the short-term high. Decent closure there, but I don't see the follow through above 50%. We are inside the macro now. We've already done the hard part now. We just kind of have to manage the trade. It's a good trade. Didn't break any rules, so starting the week good. I want to see closure above here. I want to give this a chance, but it's not looking too good. Let's watch how price trades into this. I'm gonna have to cut this one short. I'm watching this here. Like, I'm not gonna annotate it, but I'm watching this gap. Watching ES as well. I had to cut this one short. We're approaching like final terminus. Let me make sure I close on my funded first. They didn't inverse, but final terminus would be this OB low. I'm hovering close on the funded. Not invalidated yet, but it's really close. No closure yet. So the IFG 50% holds. Same situation. Looking for this city. Do we get an OB here? It was close. We almost inversed, but we never did inverse. Really strong displacement off of that. It's pretty good signature. We are entering a 5-minute SIBI, also a 10-minute SIBI. If we're bullish, I mean, we should run through this no problem. We didn't quite get the inversion there, but we did get the order block as we close above this level. We can put a pretty definitive stop here now. This would be a hard stop for me. We should not put a lower low. So we can put the definitive stop. We're coming back down really strong. It's a really volatile market. Kind of messing with my reasoning, but now we have a definitive stop. But the hard part's really done now. Media rebalance there. This could act as an inversion. Should it close above? If we could just get some follow through. Closure above 25% opening range gap as well would be a good sign. No closure above. We did respect 50%. I mean, it looks good, but I'm gonna watch how we trade into this. If we get like a closure below this, I might just terminate it there. We do have these equal highs. That gets really sloppy. We're forming the 15-minute, which looks like a likely scenario. We consolidate, go into the 15, and then dump lower. It's a pretty likely scenario. I'm like really close to manually closing this. We'll see. If we get a closure below here, I might just get out while I can, I think. Not what I want to see yet, but it hasn't been invalidated, but it's taking quite a bit some time. You know, if it was gonna spool, I feel like would have done so. We're accumulating inside the SIBI. Haven't inversed it 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times. We're still wicking lower. So when I say I'm gonna close, I'm saying a reference to, you know, closing back below this fair value gap. I think I would just terminate there. All right, I'm gonna get out of the trade here. Unfortunately, I got pretty much break even on top side, but on my other accounts, a little bit more slipped, but it's fine. It looks like we're going to accumulate and then go into this 15-minute SIBI. I don't think we're gonna go higher. I think it would have happened here already. We'll see. I'm gonna have to wait some more, see if it gets clearer for me. I've just seen this too many times where we go sideways. Like, we go sideways because we're engineering the 15, and then we manipulate into the 15 and go lower. I think this may just go lower. I don't want to see us take any lows yet because these are engineered lows. Ideally, we move higher and then take out the lows. We'll wait for the 15 to form. It forms in 1 minute. And then I think we'll have to look for a short. I don't think this is... I'm going to switch my bias here, but we'll see. We'll give it a chance to form. 1 minute 30 seconds. Until the 15-minute gap. I could have been quicker on that trigger and so 1 more minute. 15-minute gap. I'm looking at this 15-minute bearish fair value gap. We could be at this level. I want to see manipulation higher. So we formed the 15-minute bearish fair value gap. Now we wait and see if we can manipulate higher into it. We can scan for a higher probability short. We had a good idea, but wasn't the right one. Without reversal, it's probably going to be continuation. Asia lows, low of day. But we don't know. I mean, maybe we're wrong. Maybe we are going to inverse the 15. And where we have been stopped out? Where was our stop? Our stop was right here, so we would have been stopped out anyways. So it was a good idea to close. This was our stop. I mean, yeah, it's possible, but I'm not going to be mad. Oh, it went higher. Oh, it was a shit trade, right? Look at this. 18 minutes of sideways. Or I guess you can say 13 minutes of sideways right off my entry. It's not a good trade. Can't convince me otherwise, even if it goes straight to TP right now. But I do favor the short now. The way that this formed, because if it was going to reverse, it probably would have done so. It should have done so quickly, because then this would be your engineered liquidity, but no. It's not viewing it this way. It's engineering liquidity lower, likely to run that all that engineered sell side. That's the reason it hasn't taken out any lows yet, but it's waiting. It's waiting patiently. In my opinion, at least. Okay, we should get the 15-minute fair value gap here. I want to see a strong move into this fair value gap. That's what induces liquidity. Wrong move. See if we get first presentation here. Either way, we would have been stopped out of that long, so it doesn't matter. I mean, in hindsight, yeah, we could have kept the stop right here, but I mean, let's be real, we probably would have been stopped out. So we'll see. Just looking for if we get an inversion here. That would be a. Why is it extending right every time? That would be a short for me. There's first presentation. We just barely wicked it. So it all depends, right? If we get the inversion, we probably go lower. If we don't get the inversion, then we probably go higher, and we missed it. Would I ever take a protraction long? Maybe. We'll see. If it's really clear to me, but right now, I'm gonna wait and see if this offers a inversion or not. I want to see the swing high get put in. I don't want to see a higher high. Looks like we may get it though. Oh. Do get the higher high there, unfortunately. This looks pretty bullish. Not gonna lie, that was a really, really strong candle. This may just deliver the buy side, but we shall see. Out of our control. We're in golden zone, like, yeah, we'll just have to, nothing we can do. We just have to wait and see. You just have to wait and see. We would be taking partials here. This was my first idea for a partial, first presentation and the high. It's also premium. So in case we are wrong, it's a good target anyways. But I think we would have been stopped out if I'm being honest. We would have been souped right here. That's where I put my stop. And it makes sense, right? It's a clean OB. This should be an intermediate term low, which holds. So I guess it should have been here. But there's SMT there, so. In hindsight, yeah. If we put our stop all the way at the low, we could have gotten first partial. But that's really hindsight. This is really bad. It's not a good trade regardless. Let's see if we get the inversion or if we respect this fair value gap and move higher. Mm, 50 points, not the best. But... So I want to see maybe this is your protraction high. If we can get a strong inversion. I don't mind shorting. Would need to be strong though. Like go. You know, speed matters here. I'm trying to outline a retracement lower here. So I'm trying to outline a continuation lower protraction model, retracing to short-term higher imbalance. In this case, we got both. If we get an inversion here, that's quite strong. Yeah, I don't mind taking a short. Something like this. Stop at the candle, second candle high. Look for this low, Asia and London lows, potentially full new week opening gap closure. It kind of depends on not whether we inverse this fair value gap and how we do it. We have a scenario that's also something we could get this, but that's kind of slow. We'll just see what this fair value gap, what happens to this. We'll keep it blue for now. Okay, we'll keep it black for now. We don't know. Right now it's a VC, but could change its characteristic. I do know we have a fair value gap lower, but it's all about the PO3. So staying above 50%. No closure there. Let's see if we close below this line. I think I'm going to try to get short here if we get the inversion. I do know there's a fair value gap underneath, but we retraced into first presentation, took out a short-term high. It's a 50-minute bearish. 10 a.m. power of 3 is aligned with us. All right, I'm going to take it here. Close below 50%. We didn't get the full inversion, but I'm willing to put this risk on. Inactivity detected. I'm willing to put the risk on at this level because we close below 50% and it's really close to inversing. I really did not get the best fill. Wow, I got slipped so bad on top step. I gotta make sure I execute on my funded accounts first. I'll make sure tomorrow we don't make that mistake. I'm executing on TradingView first instead of my actual accounts. So we did get the inversion, so that's good. Trading into this fair value gap now. This fair value gap. So we'll see. I'm not even gonna mark that fair value. I'm just keep the inversion marked. Yeah, it's good. All right. Wow, we got such a bad fill on top set. Want to see this flush, to be honest. It should be pretty. If it's bearish, it should be quick. Should not be slow. Like I said, these are engineered lows if we're bearish. So looking for us to stay heavy here. Pretty nice PO3 on the 10 a.m. candle. We definitely opened, went higher. 15-minute bearish fair value gap. We are trading below it. But no follow through just yet. Right? Follow through would be inversing this fair value gap. So, I mean, we'll see. Stops at this level. Not much to watch here. This is pretty much the trade. Not really going to change anything. Just make sure the stop is accurate. The rest is not up to me. Trading back all the way to 50% of the inversion. Holding inside the fair value gap. That's not a good sign. But we'll see. We do have this fair value gap in here. You can annotate that briefly. Confirmation of lower would be an OB here. See if we get it. So ideally we get closure below the opening price here. Follow through to the low. Inverse this fair value gap. Then we should flush if we're bearish. We'll see if we have the right bias. Pretty strong candle there. Watching to see if we get an SMT here or not. We did get the SMT. We'll see if this flushes. So here's an SMT right here. SMT right there. We do get solid displacement. I want to see again. It has to close. I don't really care what the body does until it closes. But this could act as an inversion now as well. I'm not going to annotate the inversion, but that's what I'm looking at. If we can close, this would be an OB. Should we close bearish? Okay. We managed to close below the low and below the opening price. Where's 10 a.m. open? 10 a.m. open right here. So 10 a.m. power 3. Looking for 10 a.m. lower. Now usually that is a partial for me, but kind of believe in this one. And show these stops the SMT here. Bearish fair value gap. We'll annotate it in the blue lines, or I guess black lines. See if that holds. I want to see speed. Like, I don't want us to get choppy. It's alright with you, if it's alright with me, then it takes some time. And then new memories. We only lost $20 on the first trade, by the way. $30 actually on top. Make some memories, do you remember? We got closure below 10 a.m. That's exactly what I would want to see. Just want to see follow through to the sell side. We do have an SMT there. I'm going to partial here. A little bit late. The partial puts us at break even on the day, should we get stopped out. I'm partialing because of the SMT. In fact, we can put the stop right there. So I am break even on the day now, which is always good. In fact, with Top Step, yeah, I'll be break even on Top Step as well. SMT here, and we've been pretty range bound, which is why I'm taking a partial. This is the SMT I was referring to. Now, do I think we go lower still? It's hard to say. It's quite hard to say if I'm being honest. It's pretty range bound. A lot of sideways. I think I'm gonna get out, potentially break even on Top Step. It's really range bound. I'm gonna go break even. Waiting to see what happens or break even. It was a good idea. A good idea, but we've been pretty range bound for 41 minutes. We got a decent retracement higher. We got lower. We did take out a low, so the model was complete. We took a partial because we took a loss earlier. I'm up on Top Step slightly, break even on Alpha. I'm already out on my accounts because the fill was a little bit worse, like I said. So if this plays out, it's just, I'm not gonna say pure luck, but it's not even on my fundeds. Well, there you go. Ugh. We did good today. I'm happy with my performance. We could have got out a little bit earlier here. I have to make sure I execute on my accounts first because I'm getting better fills on TradingView than I am on my fundeds. But it looks like a break-even day, or we're plus $50. Pretty much the same thing. Not easy. Not easy. I think we navigated this pretty well. We opened ourselves up for the opportunity of high risk to reward should the market expand. Didn't really expand. 10 a.m. Power 3 did its roll. We came back to 10 a.m. open. That's where I usually take my partials anyway. We were right in the move lower. Could it still go lower? Yeah, it 100% could. But it's really sloppy. It's really sloppy. For example, we inverse this fair value gap. We inverse this fair value gap. If we're gonna go lower, it means you have to re-inverse it, which is sloppy. Right? Ideally, fair value gaps stay open. They don't get traded through fully. For example, this inversion. See how we don't trade to the high of it? That's a good sign. But now we get sloppy conditions. Let's open up chat here. I don't know if I'm gonna be taking another one. What's everyone saying? Minis or mic? I'm trading micros on my fundeds. I will not be trading minis. Do you have 150K on Top Step? Nope, I got 50Ks. Nothing. High probability here. Got cooked on the first trade too. Yep, I didn't get too cooked. We managed to. I closed manually here. This wasn't a stop out. We closed manually here, but it was still a like 20. Like I'm break even on the day. Small win. It was a small loss and a very small win. I guess I got kind of lucky. How did I get lucky? I think I did really well here. I don't know. Got break even now in the protraction. Good trade though, I would say. Yeah, it was a good trade. And in my opinion, it'll probably play out at some point. But you exit trade way too early, and constantly change your bias. Unfortunately, brother, I just know more than you, so you can't comprehend the thought process that goes along in my brain. So it's okay. L for me, minus 500. That's okay, bro. As long as you followed all your rules. Was there news? No, no news. What's your bias? I think we go sideways now. You think PM will be better? No trades in AM? Yeah, I think lunch will be better than PM. I think lunch and PM will be better than this. Yeah. Are you longs? No, I'm out of the trade. Break even. Like, yeah. I'm break even. Took those longs and got stopped at break even. Nice, bro. Yeah. Go holding for high of day. Good luck, bro. I have high of day marked out here, but it's already been taken, so I don't know what's going on with this marking. It's here. You break even as well. A lot of people went break even today. Just wondering, there was a market structure shift to the ups. Wouldn't we be looking at longs? Right here? It all depends on your bias, bro. It all depends on your bias. You can't just look at the market structure shift. How many micros should I buy on a 50K eval? It depends on how much your stop loss size is, brother. Listen, Ian, I'll make it very simple for you, bro. Ready? The most simple explanation you'll ever hear. If price is going to take out this high, right? If it's going to take out this high, then this is a good market structure shift fair value gap entry. But if price is going to take out this low, then that's not a good entry. This is a retracement. It's not a market structure shift reversal. It all depends on where you think price is going to go. Now, it got a little bit unclear in here. Is this a reversal? Is this a retracement? Originally, I thought it was a reversal, but then we went sideways for 15 minutes, kind of getting neutral order flow. At times, we should be expanding. We're inside the macro. If we're not going to expand inside the macro from the key level off of the order block and breaker block, then we're probably not going to expand towards the highs. We might, but it's not a good trade regardless. That's why I closed the trade here, right? If the macro is not going to distribute right when the entry forms, it's not going to play out. It's just low probability at that point. So then we get a retracement. And I said, okay, well, now that I've identified this is not a long, I'm going to look for the short. Your ego caused you to miss out today since you strictly rely on ICT concepts like everyone on YouTube. How did my ego make me miss out today? Anyways, bro, you're weird. God, Columbia did 372 and pretty did good. Are we bearish today? I think we're going to go sideways. It's really hard to say, man. This is not clear at all. Very range bound. This is TikTok. Yeah, let's read YouTube chat, bro. Miss out on what? That's what I'm saying, bro. What did we miss out on, bro? We missed out on 44 minutes of sideways movement. I'm getting rage baited by TikTok. TikTok is so cooked, guys. Yo, for everyone who's legit, like Ian, you seem like legit, bro. You're the one claiming to know more, but you struggle to stick to one bias. Brother, that sentence speaks for itself, bro. I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to say that, bro. I'm just going to say that. That's enough, man. That speaks for it. This speaks for itself. There's news at 1 today? Yeah, PM might be better. Are you from Montreal? I'm from Ontario. Thanks for watching your content more. I recommend you come over to YouTube chat, Ian, because you got guys like this on TikTok who thinks once you pick a bias, it's written in the grave. How dare you switch your bias, bro? How dare you? The market tells you it's going up. How dare you follow that? Pick the L. Pick the L. That's what you have to do, bro. You're bullish? You have to take the L. Yeah, just come to YouTube. YouTube chat's better. Would you trade later? I might trade PM session because we took 2 break evens. Well, it's kind of hard. This is tough, man. Bro, he's not even about the model. He was like, oh, you think you're good, but you change your bias. Like, that's how I know. Like, don't claim you're good because you change your bias or something. The giveaway is gonna be announced soon. How to join the giveaway? You just have to do these 2 steps. 1, 2, enter, and then do the 2 steps, and the winner will be announcing in the Discord. You think buy? Line, that looks pretty bullish, but I'm gonna be straight up with you. Any longs I would have taken here would have been stopped out. Any shorts I would have taken here, personally, me, also would have been stopped out. What's my YouTube? GatieTrades on everything. These people so annoying and sensitive, can't pass an account, but they can complain. Where can I get into your Discord? The link is in the bio, brother. Someone that comments watching someone's mean they ain't trading. That's what I'm saying, bro. These guys will like type every 30 seconds in my chat and they're like, bro, no way you didn't catch that. Boy, I know you didn't catch that. You're too busy typing in my chat. Like, what? If I join giveaway, but I can't be on the live later, can I still win? Yep, but the giveaway winner is going to be announced in the Discord. It's going to be announced in the Discord. So just put this emoji. You have to click this one, I think. Make sure you follow. Make sure you join their Discord, man. Listen, you're going to want to join their Discord anyway because they have 24/7. Look, let me ask them a random question. These guys answer like instantly, bro. But no way you didn't catch that 10-hour breaker, bust their league model. Nah, I didn't catch it, bro, unfortunately. Listen, I'm really happy with my trading today, personally. If I win, can I get a top step or Apex eval instead? Let's see when you win. Let's see. Let's calm your horses, all right? Let's see. See? Instant replies, bro. These guys are goated. So you're going to want to join their Discord anyways. Pretty sloppy delivery here, though. How did you guys do? How did you guys do? Today wasn't a losing day. Today, I was actually break even today. So, because this partial right here, it's a good partial. We partialed at the perfect level. You took 2 L's. It was a tough day, man. I would have taken 2 L's too had I not managed the position the way I did. Today we got lucky. We got lucky? What do you mean we? I think I did pretty good. I managed my positions really well. I cut my loss short here, and it would have stopped me out. So we took a small loss. And then I took partial at the perfect spot, which put me on break even for the day. We as in you. I got lucky. I wouldn't say luck. I mean, every decision I made that protected me was a decision I made. It wasn't like... Luck would be like, you just... I don't know, like... It just so happens to not stop you out, and then it just goes into your direction. How am I get luck? Bro, I didn't take anything. It wasn't really A+. No, there wasn't really any A+ trades. This protraction could have been A+, had it formed a little bit stronger. But it took 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes to inverse. Why didn't I take the short at 9:30? No classic model here for me. My rules were not met. You can message me, Wayne Gary, if you want. I don't like talking about it on live stream. When you partial, how much are you getting out for? It usually depends on the trade. So here I took out 40% of my position. The reason I took out 40% was because I knew if the trade was going to come back up, I'd be break even on the day. So yes, kind of a P&L based decision, but I think it was still the right decision, you know? We could have just full, like I'm not going to full close. I'm not going to take off half the position when I'm looking for objectives so much lower. I think 2 was the right. If I take off 1, it doesn't even make sense. I might as well just not take it off. I'm still going to be in loss, and I think 2 was the right decision there. I kind of go, like, I don't have a strict rule. I need to be able to make that decision on the fly. That's for me personally. But it's not clear that London high was taken and it was going for the low. London lows were taken a long time ago, brother. London lows were taken out here. I mean, you could have viewed this move lower. Yeah, like you could have said, okay, this is a move to like London lows, which is like, for example, this low. Yeah, that was pretty clear. But there's no entry here for me. You know? Good decision. We are here to make money type shit. Yeah, I know. Yo, tough market. I'm happy it wasn't 2 losses because this easily could have been, well, I guess it would have been 1 loss, 1 break even, but could have been 2 losses. Very easily could have been 2. Am I in a position? I hope not. Let me double check. I don't think so. I think I closed all my orders. I am not in any trades right now. Yeah, no. Not in any trades. No trades. You usually lost around 3 trades in a row, but yeah, today we got lucky. Simply just not true, but all good, bro. My biggest fan, as usual. Lost in the first trade, made it back in the second, 1K. Nice, bro. Why do you think shorts didn't play out? I think we're range bound. Just showing your Discord. Appreciate you, bro. Why I see minus 500 in the top right corner? I don't know what you see, bro, but I'm gonna let Monday structures play out. Yeah, it should be easier to read price action after Monday prints. Nicer to see. Nicer to see in YouTube than TikTok. Yeah, YouTube's better, man. How to join the giveaway? Very simple. Go to the Discord. Go to the giveaway section. And step 1, step 2. You still holding the video? I am still in the video longs and AMD longs. We're up pretty decently. Great manage today. I got stopped out, but internally 2 macros. Nice, bro. Yep. If I didn't manage the way I did, I would be in loss today. Not that that matters. Right? Nothing wrong with being down in the day, but we'll take it. Dude, Jordan, how old are you, bro? Because I'm calling like max 16 years old, bro. Be honest, bro. Like, come on, bro. You come in here every day, chat more than anyone else. I don't even read chat, and you still be typing, bro. That's some dedication, man. That's some 15-year-old dedication right there. If it closes over first position with enter, no. I don't see myself taking another one if I'm being honest. It's just too sideways. There were too many good opportunities that failed. The giveaway is automatic. I can't do anything. It's gonna roll automatically in 49 minutes, and it's gonna announce it. You just read all my comments. I'm assuming you were here earlier. I'm my trading session's done for today for this. So, what time frame do you set your FEGs? Usually the 1 minute. Hey, bro, just answer the question, Jordan. Come on, don't lie, bro. I know you're max 16. So don't lie, bro. You're gonna lie now. I know you're gonna lie now. It's too late now. Now, yeah, he has to lie because we caught him. We caught him red-handed. Badger's trade PM gonna be cleaner. Yeah, this is tough. It could go higher. I'm still bullish on the week. That hasn't changed. Still bullish on the week. I think the weekly candle can make higher highs, but brother, I don't even think you're illegal to trade, bro. Apollo Badger's trade PM gonna be cleaner. Oh, what's up? You just woke up, Paulo? It's not the best. Yeah, it was tough. This is price action. Dump at 9:30. Sideways after. Yo, guy, that's Loki Cyberbully. Me, him, or him, me? I don't really say anything. You're 57? Yeah. Oh, you're really weird then, bro. I don't even know what to tell you, bro. Jordan has mentored me 1 time. Now I'm a billionaire. Trust me, he is real. I think Jordan, you should just go live, bro. Well, I'll join your live, bro. Let's go live. Jordan, you go live right now, and I will. Oh, my mic just weirdly muted. My bad. I don't know what happened. My mic just randomly muted. Boom, 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 boom. Rose mic. It should be fine now, right? How do we join the giveaway? It is in the Discord. Step 1, step 2. You have 45 minutes. It's automatic. Jordan, fix my mic. Hey, bro, just joined your live. Why can't I see your items in the Discord? Very simple. You have to click right here and click show all channels. Then you can see everything. You just have to click show all channels. Good time to short. Not for me, 1040. Maybe 1050 macro. I don't even know which direction we go. It's not clear at all. What trade did I take? I took a reversal model long here. I got stopped out in 12-point stop loss. So it was a small loss here. I closed my original stop loss was here. This was my original stop loss. This red line. But I got out a little bit higher. I got out like somewhere in here. We took another trade here. I took 1 partial. And then the rest got stopped break even. That was a break even trade. Break even day. Rejection blocks. Use them in seek and destroy. or in a hard time frame. I traded Wall Street before you were even born. Yes, of course you did, bro. Of course. I know. You don't have to tell me. I know. You're the best trader, bro. You don't have to tell me. Trust me, I know. One time Jordan saved me from a house fire. What's your bias? Going into the day, I wanted to see a open low high close. I want to see a move lower and then continuation higher. That's what my original plan. Then we got really bearish order flow. I hit my stop loss twice. It's okay, bro. Did you put your stop where it was supposed to be? Jordan taught me, mentored me for a minute, and I went from public housing to billions. How did you overcome overtrading? I just set very clear rules for myself. Who was bro? Jordan Belfort. Bro, you don't know Jordan? You don't know? Took one really bad loss, another one A+ setup. What was your second trade? I wasn't here. My second trade was a protraction model short. Retracement to first presentation and 15-minute bearish fair value gap. Strong move lower. Inversion. Took the inversion. Took a partial. Rest stopped out break even. It would have, I mean, obviously, it would have been stopped out had we traded. So it was a good management. How much money is needed? Enough money that you're comfortable losing, I guess. You only need, I'd say, $200 to get a funded account, right? It's like $200 US to get a funded account, 50K task step, which can really be all you ever need. But the reality is, you're probably gonna lose that account, and you're gonna need to get another one. So you gotta have enough money to be comfortable. But let's say you're a really good trader, you know exactly what you're looking for, and yeah, I guess $200, man. I am curious to see what happens here. Do we go higher, lower? I forgot I had a subscription for Apex Eval this morning. Got the account for $17, bought a full border for fun. Damn, it stays? That's pretty cool. Let's check our stock positions. Not bad. And so we're up 2.5% on the day. And we're up. Expand slowly higher the rest of the day. Possible. Definitely possible. Jordan, can you get me a Lambo? I want to go. What do you think about trading during lunchtime? As long as you know the lunch characteristic, then yeah, you can trade lunch. Just know that it's not every session has the same characteristic, right? That's why my bias is bullish. I'm still bullish on the higher time frame, right? I'll like to see an S&T loom with target opening gap. So you want to go lower, yeah? I mean, is this probably not your low week? It's hard to say. It'll be easier to trade tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday than it is to trade the Monday, because Monday's the first day, and it's hard to find the weekly par of 3 on the first day. You know, what is a classic characteristic of lunchtime? Run on opposing liquidity from morning. I don't like the way Lambos drive. Only Ferrari. Yeah, man. Ooh, doo, 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 doo. His name is Walter Whiteboy. Walter, right, bro? I at least saw your explanation on your YouTube on bias. Yeah. So trash PA. Tough. I mean, no fair value gaps here. And that's why I ended my session after this partial. I'll happily walk away break even, you know? Very happily. I wonder who's gonna win the giveaway. How do you trade in school? I trade on my laptop. Well, I'm not in school anymore, but I used to trade on my laptop. I used to pretend that I was looking at the PowerPoint slides on my laptop, but really I was just trading. I always sat at the back of the class so no one could see my laptop. Do we take the highs on NAS? on this high. Yeah, pretty cleanly. 10 a.m. P3 was there, but the market kept moving up. Yeah, I mean, it played out. The protraction model still played out. We did go back to opening price. So let's go. Let's trade PM. I'm not gonna. I wouldn't do it on live. I don't trade PM live stream anyways. But maybe I'm long. Once you enter short, do you think it's gonna keep going up? You went long over here, like on this inversion, maybe. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna keep going up, but this is a good partial. It's possible, man. It's been really range bound, so it's hard to say. Eventually, we're gonna take this high, you know. ES aside 5-minute bearish for value gap. Yeah. Got cooked today. Today was a tough day. I was close to getting cooked. Anyone who wants a decent mentor, Karma, call me over at Wall Street. Oh, welcome. Jordan has joined the YouTube chat now. Welcome. How I can't take partials? What do you mean you can't take partials? You don't take one contract? SMT lunch macro? It's possible. I don't know. For me, there's no clear direction right now. I honestly don't know. I don't even want to go to IG because I know everybody posting their wins. Valid. Probably, bro. Tough day. I mean, yeah, like sure, maybe some wins. Like could have been a win if we didn't take this. It was a good trade. It was looking so good at this point right here. I was like, yes. And then no. You only have one micro, so you can't take. Bro, when NQ takes a high bet, NQ doesn't. What do I do? I always do my analysis on Nasdaq Mini. That's just how I backtest it and everything. Appreciate you being alive, like hearing your analysis. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you appreciating, bro. What the fuck did I just say? Appreciate you appreciating. I just kind of want to see what this 1050 macro does. Let's start journaling and shit. You're in 5 contracts MNQ. So why can't you partial? PM test will go long, I think. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. I think eventually these highs will get taken. And probably those lows, man. Like, to be honest, I see us this week most likely probably taking at some point Monday's high and low. Maybe, I don't know, something like this on Tuesday. All I know is, on the week, I'm bullish. I think we can trade to Monday's opening. I think we can trade to monthly opening. And I think we can trade to these equal highs. That's the only thing that's clear for me. So ideally, we try to align with that bias, you know? I've been short since 10:06. Bro, where's your stop? We need a Diddy candle? Who's we? Who's we, bro? All right, what am I gonna do? Let's start posting here and responding. Use to retracement sometimes. Not really though. I just kind of know where premium and discount is. I don't know. I can't take partials. You can take partials, bro. I think you don't know how. You can definitely take partials. Oh, is it because it's Apex and like you don't want to mess that up or something? How do we learn your strategy? I would learn from my YouTube. That's probably your best bet. Or you can watch me use it live. I feel like most people learn my models because they watch me use it live a lot. Do you consider this good? What's the definition of good? Easy? No, I don't think this is easy. Uh, Pick your biohazard. Let me send this message 1 sec. I'm just gonna journal while I watch this print. Took 3 L's today. Is that a permissible amount of loss for you or no? Or is it too much? You took too many losses. It hurts when you lose more than you're supposed to. It definitely hurts. You know? When you know how much you can lose and then you lose it, it's not that bad. Like if I said, okay, I can lose $200 today, no problem, it's fine. And then I go in and lose $200, I'm chilling, right? But if you say, okay, I can only lose $200 today, and that's it, and then I go and then I lose 500, it's gonna hurt. You think Madrid are coming back? Nah, bro. But I'm not the right person to ask, but nah, bro. Yeah, D on the Express account, I make 4 days of 200 on the 50, I make 500. At the end of the day, I think so, yes. Oh, wait, which firm? Which firm? I don't think any firm can let you do that anymore because I think even TopStep is adding a consistency rule. TopStep? I think TopStep's adding a consistency rule. So I don't know if as long as they haven't added that yet, then yes, you can do that. You thought there was a 40% rule? That's alpha. TopStep's gonna add one too, though. I don't know if they did yet. All I know is they made a post saying they're gonna do it. 3 L's in a row, my fresh funded. It sucks, man. No, man, it's fine. Were they good losses? Were they losses that you were supposed to take? Who do you support in Champions League? The same one as you, bro. Did I take any wins? I mean, this was a winning trade, but we took one loss earlier, so we're just break even on the day. It was a small loss and a small win. I held that long from earlier. My TP just got hit. Oh, this one from here? Nice, bro. Two didn't break rules. As long as they're losses you can afford to take and you have, somewhat of a good system, you're fine, bro. Don't lose confidence in yourself, man. Don't lose confidence. As long as they're losses you're meant to take, but you can afford to take those losses because you have a good risk management plan that's going to get you the wins back. Assuming your plan is good. I don't know. I don't know how you're trading at. Maybe you're over risking. Maybe you only have one trade left. What is your small win? I don't know. 2 partials. We got in at 103. It put me at break even. Like I took a loss here, and then I partialed, and that put me at break even on the day, plus $50. So it wasn't break even. It was like, I don't know, it was like a $200 win on the 100K. I went long here, shorted here, and then I was saying I'm done for the session. What do I do when I lose 1% on the day on your eval? I would never lose 1% in one day, bro. No offense. Oh, 1%, like $500? Yeah, I wouldn't take another trade on the same day. I would just, on the next time I get an A plus setup, I'll take another 1% trade, bro. The giveaway winners will be announced. I don't know. There's literally a countdown in the Discord. Only risking 200, 300. One winning trade can make it back. Yeah, you gotta stay confident, man. You gotta stay confident. Cannot give yourself the benefit. You gotta give yourself the benefit of the doubt, man. You may win the next 5 trades, right? But if you go with the mindset like, fuck, man, I fucked up, well, shit, then you're probably not gonna win the next 5 trades, you know? What if you see another A plus setup the same day? I wouldn't even be looking. Yeah, I would have just closed the charts by then. But I mean, if you stay on the charts and you saw another A plus setup, then yeah, I guess you can risk if it truly is an A plus setup for you. As long as you're taking very high quality trades when you're risking 1%, then you should be fine. But when the market opened New York session, the uptrend broke structure. Was that a sweep? The uptrend broke structure. You're talking about here? Appreciate you, Abs. Yeah, I mean, we swept out this, if that's what you're referring to. It happened in pre-market. Yeah, I mean, we definitely had a sweep. It happened in pre-market. New York Open just came back, referred back to the same level, and then went lower. It didn't sweep any liquidity after 9:30 open, but we traded into the rejection block, so. Why did I again switch my bias today? What was your original bias, bro? Got in with 10 contracts for a short on that random eval. Was looking pretty good at first. Now I'm getting cooked. Well, I mean, a little bit displacement there. I don't know where you got in. Short? Alright, bro. Just because you said... No, just kidding, bro. Close because the SMT. Nice, bro. What's your win rate? I've been averaging around 60 for a while. Good months can be better. Bad months can be worse. What am I looking for? What am I... Oh, the dates. April 14th. How much do I have in funding? I have 250Ks, 100K. I have 200K in funding right now. 250Ks, 100K. I'm also working on another 100K eval and another 50K eval. I like taking my accounts one by one. So since I got a payout last month, then I allow myself to get another account and I just try to scale that way. I could just get a whole bunch of accounts right now and go for it in one scope, but I prefer not to. I prefer to go slow. I'm a pretty passive trader. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I do copy trade. No, I am copy trading. But I'm pretty slow. I'm pretty passive. Like I risk small. I like to build up slowly. That's just the way I like to do it. Because once I start risking a lot, and if I get 5 accounts and copy trade them all and try to pass them all in one go, and I lose, like that messes with me mentally. I'd rather just take it slow, one by one, not in any rush. Take the payouts as they come. No, I copy trade. I copy trade my funded. I don't know what you're saying. You mean what about? I copy trade my funded accounts. If that's what you're asking. You're in the short last trade. 1050 macro, perhaps. Took out the highs. So like could the downtrend have been predicted then after the pre-market sweep, I mean? Yeah, you can. To me, I've studied this model before, but to me it's a little bit iffy. Like yeah, I even outlined the fact that you could get short like at this level, for example. Like as soon as this candle trades down and then you get a little retest, yeah, you can get short here if you want, but in my opinion, it's too sloppy. We also don't know how low it's going to go. It's hard to say. It could have stopped at any point, in my opinion. For example, these equal lows, it just so happened to, reverse the entire move. In my opinion, this move lower, you can predict it going lower. It's really hard to predict where it's going to go. Your target's in the week opening gap high. I mean, that was already hit earlier today. But if you want to still aim for it, yeah, you can aim for it. You can aim for it again. Is that what you mean? For regular trading hours? It's not bad. Are you going to be on stream when winner gets announced? When does the winner get announced? Winner gets announced in 24 minutes. Now, I probably will not be live in 24 minutes. Do you see this FEG? This? You took shorts and longs? Yes. Already taken partials, so break even now. Good stuff, Toffee. That's what I like to see. Now you can hold this risk-free and you don't have to worry. See if lunch macro runs on that opposing liquidity. This looks like there's not much that's going to stop you. Alright, so let me finish my journal here and then holding to the equal lows here. Yep. So you're looking for this. It's not a bad trade, bro. 1050 macro. My consistency doesn't allow me to make anything below 700, so I'm in 3 MNQs. I would try to adjust your consistency, bro. What future props should I choose? For me, and this is pretty much everyone. If you've been paying attention to anything in the trading space, almost everyone is saying to go with alpha. They just have the best rules. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. They just have the best rules. So alpha futures and then Top Step. Top Step is making a consistency rule, but I still think they're number 2. Consistency rule is not that big of a deal. But my legs are so sore, bro, from yesterday's leg day. I would hold Toffee. Bro, honestly, I would hold, bro. I would hold. You know? If we come all the way down here, 15-minute OB, and they get the closure, me personally, bro, I'm holding. If you have a good stop, that's like anywhere in this range, me personally, I would hold. Unless there's a consistency rule you have to follow. What's your chart settings? They're clean, right? I just recently trade them out. My target is what you just marked. This. Okay, this is like a weekly power of 3 still, you know? It's a Monday accumulation investor. We're gonna manipulate lower, but like even if you have to hold it overnight, that's another reason I want a live account. I want to be able to hold trades. Like sometimes I take a trade and I know it's weekly power of 3. I could hold it for days and make like P&L for the whole week in one trade. But no. I'm still in from the top. 3-minute inverse of the market open. I'm still holding to a gap. Nice, bro. ES is slower right now. Yes, NQ is more bearish. Quanteco pay? I don't know, bro. They actually offered me for a partnership, but I unfortunately declined. I think so. No high impact news are they usually like this. Monday with no news, yes, usually it is like this. You also have large expansion pre-market. When you have a large move overnight, right? Like this, see just a very large move overnight. It's pretty typical that you get range bound conditions in the morning. Tradable, but range bound. Difficult. I'm happy with how I traded today with chat closed the entire time. So I'm gonna make sure I keep doing that. Someone's gotta hold me accountable, yo. If I start like reading chat and shit midstream, you can take anything else today? Not this session. Go fund a trader. I don't know anyone who's ever even mentioned those, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Where's your stop? I'm not in any trade. If I was in this trade, I'd put my stop right here. I was on point, right? Like I wasn't missing anything. I was focused. I made good decisions. I made the decisions quick. Could have done still a little better. What I also need to do, because the thing is, I'm trying to show you guys with accuracy, right? So I demonstrate everything on TradingView first, but then I'm getting worse fills on my accounts. Like I could have been stopped out actually in profit here, um, and I could have taken a way better partial here had I done it on my funded account first. I gotta make sure I do it on my funded account first, you know, not on TradingView first. So let me actually write that in my journal. And I love my new chart color. Where'd I put your TP? Me personally, I'd partial here. Could even partial at midnight open, but I'd probably partial at the sell side, and I would leave the rest, bro. That's just me. Yeah, I don't think I would have got in on this. Tough, maybe. Like this, I would leave this. This, first CP hit, yeah, yeah. Let me journal the trades. We'll watch this. I want to watch this print. So like ideal scenario, midnight opens a partial for me. These equal loads is a partial for me. The rest of it staying at break even and running. You know, you don't even have to partial at midnight open, but because there's such a big discrepancy, it might be worth it. Nasdaq is good for beginners. Yes. Which do you say had the best rules for funded? Personally, Alpha. I mean, obviously I am affiliated with them, but I've denied like 20 firms maybe who wanted to affiliate with me, and I didn't say no to Alpha because they have the best rules. It's not really arguable. Is today's price action good? It's not bad. Difficult. You have to be patient. You have to manage your trades. If you're one of those guys that just say, "Okay, I'm putting the stop loss and letting it go," then you probably got cooked. But you have to be able to manage and be nimble. End of day drawdown. Yeah, end of day drawdown. What would you recommend to open a paper trade account in TradeEvade or Ninja? Ninja Trader owns TradeEvade. It's pretty much the same thing. Just get a TradeEvade paper account, I guess. Been trading for about a year and a half now. You got cooked? Yeah, did you leave your stop loss? I use micros. I don't trade minis. I probably will never trade minis until like a really long time. Alpha had 1700 asked for payout. They didn't accept it because consistency rules I need 200. You gotta make 200 more. Yeah, you just gotta meet the. That's the only rule they have. They have one rule: 40% consistency. Meet it, and you can request payout in your time window. So just try to get that, you know, and you can request your payout. It's fine. It's not like you're gonna lose the account or anything. Just make a little bit more if you can, and get it next time. You ended up blowing the account because of the 200. Yeah, that's welcome to the club, bro. What was the reasoning of that trade? Did I go long here? Nope. This is me taking profits on a short. I went short here. So first trade was a small loss. I went long. Then I manually closed on this. Here I went short. I was targeting this low and potentially lower. But I took a partial here because of the SMT. And then the rest stopped out break even. So one loss, one win. The short with the Sibi. This is me tape reading. I didn't actually take this trade. This is just a tape read. Because it meets the criteria for my model. Retracement, 15-minute Sibi, high. Your inversion's in here, but or your entry PD right here. If you want to view this as a reversal, which it's not, but consistency rule is so humbling. Why is Apex not good? Nothing wrong with Apex. You can use Apex if you want. It's a little bit harder to get payout, but it's good. This is another Sibi, yes. But this might demand a deeper retreat, because this one's in discount, right? This one's premium. It's good. This one's in discount. So if we're really bearish, sure, you can expect it to hold. But, I mean, we hit midnight open. Like I said, it's a good partial midnight open. It's the trailing drawdown that makes it hard. That's part of it. Discord will say the winner. It's going to say it in the chat. I don't even know what that is, bro. Be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. First trade was only minus $30. No, I know it's a prop. I just, like, I've never heard. 949 to 956 was the first trade. What the cart? What's the cart, bro? What does that mean? I'm not sure what you're saying. Next one was 49. Let's call it $50. Going into the day, I wanted to see a move lower and then a move higher. That was my plan, pretty much. You got short on the CBI Marts? Nice, bro. Still in? Do you have a YouTube? Yes. Unless you're a troll, I would recommend you join the YouTube chat instead, because I pay attention more to them. Been cutting my balls off for the first funded. How was Tradeify? Tradeify is pretty good. Can't complain about Tradeify. Can't complain about Tradeify. 1010 to 1022. TikTok has a lot of trolls. That's why I don't like TikTok chat that much. Under the journaling here. I trade props. I do have a live account, but I only trade stocks with it. By the way, stock positions doing good still. Yes. There's a lot of fake accounts with my name. All right, I am all journaled up. Alright, all journaled up. Yeah, you could have got in on this one too. For me, it's not as good as this one. It's really low. So for me, this is a tape read for me. I already took 2 trades. I'm happy with the break even. If I hadn't taken any trades, then yeah, I probably would have taken this one. But already took 2, so it's not a day I want to be taking 3 trades. All right, well, boys, I just finished my journal. After you saw that huge move down on market, were you just wait for shorts or sticking to longs? It was tough. It was definitely tough because it's hard to say whether this is a reversal or a retracement. Originally, I thought it was a reversal. The reason I'm comfortable taking this long, because even if it's not a reversal, I can still take a partial somewhere here and protect myself. So I kind of get like a free shot at a long here. You get what I'm saying? I get a free attempt because it's likely to at least retrace. So whether it's a reversal or a retracement, I get a free attempt at longs here. But then the way this formed kind of made it more clear for me that this is likely to be a continuation. It also kind of fits my narrative more. Because I'm bullish on the week, I want to see a low get put in, right? So I'm bullish. I want to see these highs get taken for the week at some point, right? These highs. So if that's the case, then ideally we see the weekly candle do something like this, right? So it kind of fits that narrative of, you know, like the narrative of weekly power 3. So the protraction short a little bit makes more sense, which is why I went short here. But then obviously a lot of time distortion, and then 1050 macro, we see the sell-off that we wanted. By the way, NYXE, again, I would look for this level. These 2 levels would be like my final partials. Midnight open would have been 1. Or the equal lows, doesn't matter, same thing. How do you mark NY from body open? It's from open to close. So go back to the time. Closing price 16.59 at Friday. Opening price Sunday 18 o'clock. Close, open. That's how you mark it. You good, bro? Well, that'll probably call my stream, boys. I appreciate everyone coming through. I will see you guys live again tomorrow. Again, today we did really good not reading chat. I hope that I can do the exact same thing tomorrow. We just traded, we focused, we annotated correctly. I managed my trades well. Didn't really hesitate. It was good. It was good. So I will see you guys live again tomorrow. Get everyone coming through. Good luck on the giveaway. Those gray zones, this is. Hey, where are they? Hey, where's Asia and London? I think it's loading. This is Asia session. This is London session. Are you up? Like very slightly. I would just view this as break even. Yeah, see Toffee, because we got the closure here, 15-minute order block. You have a pretty good stop in letting this go if you want. You can be safe and just get out. You break even, like slightly break even, up a little bit. Pretty much, I view it as break even. Actually, saw that. Yeah, exactly. Talked about that. Take care, Dakota. Take care, Dragos. Those gray zones at Asia session. I guess you missed it, the short. Yeah, I mean, I already took my 2 trades. I tried to get the short here. It didn't play out. It engineered equal lows. retracement to the same level again. It's the same exact trade as before, right? We're looking at inversion of first presentation, which is your protraction model in this specific scenario. So it's the same trade. Same trade, different time. This one played out pretty nicely. Same trade, different time. Today was tough. Yep, today was tough. This is what happens when you get expansion pre-market, right? You see the move usually happens in lunch. So I should have probably said, you know what? I'm going to wait for 1030, 1050 macro. And then, because I should know in ahead of time that it's more likely to happen during lunch. You're going to make another post here. Cool. All right. Appreciate everyone coming through. I will see you guys live tomorrow, exact same time. Remember, Friday, there's no trading. So keep that in mind. You recommend afternoon trading like past 1:30? Yeah, if you want to trade afternoon, start trading at 1:30. Take care, buddies. Take care, Damon.